Now on CoastTV News.
Cleanup continues. How much more of it remains in the aftermath of one of the biggest snowstorms in over 15 years?
Tracking some light rain and snow showers this morning as temperatures going to be rising above the freezing mark. And by this afternoon, we're making a run at 50 degrees, tracking a beautiful weekend ahead.
Plus, power play, the effort to restore service to customers and what is still needed.
And future of Reserve Center,
It is a rare jewel.
where the process stands in converting this key property in Lewis into a new municipal campus.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Zaccarelli. Thank you for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
And slowly but surely, we are digging out of all that snow that hit us earlier this week.
That's right, Matt. A lot of people getting their workouts in this week, just going outside with a shovel.
I think I don't have to go to the gym for the rest of the week based off the
All right.
based off the shoveling I did on Monday.
Well, I was getting a good arm workout in this morning
Yeah.
using an old debit card to scrape off the ice from my windshield because still no windshield.
I told you, I will buy
thingy.
you one of these things.
I'm not a charity case, Matt.
Okay.
I'm not. Anyways, turning now to First Alert Meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono. Chris, you've been busy all week tracking this storm, and we're in the cleanup process now.
Yes, we are, man. Grace breaking out the debit card now. Last week it was the Starbucks card. Now the debit card as we clean that ice on the windshield. Now we could have some slick spots, primarily in some neighborhoods on your driveway this morning. But the good news is we're above the freezing mark across most locations. We're at 36 there in Ocean City. Now we're beginning to see some light snow and rain across the mid-shore, across Annapolis. Most of the steadier snow is across Newcastle County and points northward. So this moisture is going to continue to spread across the region as we go through the morning. This is all associated with a clipper system that's tracking up into the northeast. Very light moisture, moisture starved. We're at 35 in Milton, 37 in Seaford, 36 in Salisbury. So we're over the freezing mark, but we are dealing with wind chills in the mid to upper 20s, all thanks to the wind out of the south. Now that south wind is going to help us warm into the mid to upper 40s through the afternoon. So once we get past the light shower activity this morning, we are going to dry things out and expect some good melting to take place this afternoon. Tracking another round of some light rain tomorrow night, but a beautiful weekend ahead and maybe some more wintry weather down the road. We'll talk more about that here in a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. And it is another day of digging out and recovering from Sunday and Monday's massive snowstorm. As Chris just mentioned, we could experience a wintry mix this morning.
And to give us a look at those conditions across Delaware, Coast TV's Elisa Weber is live in our First Alert Weather Jeep. Elisa, there's still many people who are stuck in their homes, maybe without power, hoping to return to a sense of normalcy.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. Yes, it's going to take a while for all of this snow to melt. I mean, the snow piles, they're insane, but the roadways, we're driving through Broadkill Beach right now. The roadways are okay this morning, not seeing as much black ice as we were yesterday morning, but of course, be careful when you are driving. Like Chris mentioned, we could be experiencing a wintry mix at some point this morning, so just be mindful of that if you are driving. Of course, we are getting ready to hopefully return back to some normalcy today. I mean, driving restrictions were lifted yesterday in Delaware. I'm sure a lot of people's jobs will be going back today. So you might expect more people on the roadways, but here in Broadkill, it is a small confined area. So all of the snow just makes the area seem tighter. Be careful as you are going down streets, of course, like we mentioned. Back roads really were the problem yesterday. Those main roads are okay. That is the same for today. Again, a lot of people still struggling without power, but we will have more updates for you later on. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa. New this morning, Milford is helping in the storm recovery. City officials say a special trash pickup is taking place now through March. This is for debris that does not fit inside the standard yard waste container with the lid closed. People can schedule a pickup, and according to the city, you must cut branches into 4 feet long portions that are 3 inches in diameter, then stack those by the curb and not block the sidewalks. For calling directions and more information, head to the article on our website, coasttv.com.
Over the coming weeks, the Ocean Pines Association says the Public Works Department plans to begin picking up branches and debris, and they are requesting that people place those items near the roadway so that crew teams can pick them up.
In Berlin, town officials are also asking people that live there to begin disposing of storm debris. According to the town, people should place items at the curb and this is to ensure the piles are not blocking sidewalks or public right-of-way. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll, and we want to know, which cleanup job do you dread the most? So if we can, let's take a look at some of the results. I think we see that behind that box there.
79%, Matt, an overwhelming amount of people saying that clearing the driveway is what they're dreading the most, followed up by digging out the car, salting walkways, and roof snow. That's a pretty interesting one. I wouldn't have thought about that.
Yeah, you know, all those I think are things that it's not joyful work when you have a storm like we had. But the one that just gets me is shoveling the sidewalk in the driveway. And I feel like we don't have snow that often where it necessitates me to buy a snow plow, so I do the manual labor part.
Well, maybe more people wouldn't try to clean off their cars if they had old Starbucks gift cards to clean off their windshields. Yeah. There you go.
Maybe.
Well, if you haven't voted yet and you still want to do so, you can head to the Coast TV News app, or you can even vote on our Coast TV website. And new this morning, the Worcester County officials saying the offices will reopen today. Liberal leave is in effect. That allows non-essential employees to be late or absent without risk of being penalized. The county says that essential employees must report as scheduled.
Even though Delmarva is slowly getting back to normal, some places still are closed or have delayed starts. And for a full list of school, church, and business closures, you can check out the crawl at the bottom of our screen, or you can go to coasttv.com and our mobile app. Just click the Closings and Delays banner at the top of the homepage.
That brings us to an update on power outages across Delmarva. In Sussex County, over 5,000 people are still without power. That's according to numbers from Delaware Co-op and Delmarva Power. In Worcester County, Delmarva Power is reporting only 85 without electricity. And that number is 32 customers in Wicomico County.
Got another good sign that the storm is getting further in the rear view. VB Healthcare says today all locations will operate normally except the Millsboro and Georgetown health centers due to the power outages. So instead, they have a temporary mobile clinic in Millsboro, and this is running from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's for minor, non-emergent, and same-day care.
Happening today, Lewis officials are set to discuss an update to the Army Reserve Center on Savannah Road. Right now, it's a building that's sat vacant for years, and the plan is for the building to become a new municipal campus for the city, the police, and the Board of Public Works. The city has completed phase 1 of an environmental study, and now they want to go after grant money for phase 2 to ensure the building is safe and clean before entering the design phase. Some locals that we spoke with say this transformation will be positive for Lewis.
It is a rare jewel. You know, it's 5 acres of land, so that they are able to bring a lot of their community, like police and, you know, their business offices into this facility. And also it's close to the schools here, too, so if they had any emergencies or anything like that, they'd be able to easily react to it.
It's important to note that the arrangement between the city and the Army says that the building has to be a municipal campus, so it can't be used for affordable housing or anything else. Officials will gather at the Bonnie Osler meeting room at 10 a.m.
And we are now taking a live look at Capitol Hill, where just a few hours ago, the president gave his State of the Union, President Trump using the speech to declare America's back. New overnight, the president listed what he says are his administration's achievements in his first year. As
NBC's Tracy Wilkins shows us, in the face of falling approval rates and losing ground on his key policies, he declared gains on the economy and immigration enforcement.
As President Trump addressed members of Congress for the second year of his second term.
Our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
Divisions between the two parties were evident, especially on issues like the state of the economy.
They caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
The president boasted a stronger economy, one of the many issues more than half of Americans believe he's failing on, according to recent polling. Trump also made his case on his tariffs in front of the Supreme Court justices who recently ruled limiting his ability to levy them.
But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made.
The president touted ending wars while promising he will not allow Iran to pursue a nuclear weapon.
I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon.
Several Democrats boycotted the speech, while some who were there at times shouted in protest. Especially apparent when the president accused Democrats of supporting sanctuary cities and not his immigration policies.
They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
It was a point Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger addressed in the Democratic response.
Our president has sent poorly trained federal agents into our cities, where they have arrested and detained American citizens and people who aspire to be Americans, and they have done it without a warrant.
Spanberger also countered questioning if Americans are the ones who are benefiting most from the president's policies.
The scale of the corruption is unprecedented.
In Washington, Tracy Wilkins, NBC News.
New this morning, Governor Matt Meyer is calling on communities across Delaware to mark a 302 Day with a coordinated day of service. This year's event is being organized alongside Delaware 250, commemorating the state's 250th anniversary. According to Meyer, DelDOT will host a statewide litter cleanup in honor of its Adopt a Highway program. And Delaware libraries are encouraging people to sign up for a free library card. Plus, the Delaware Department of Corrections is organizing a reentry support service project.
Sussex Tech High School says they are adding an EMT program to its curriculum in the 2026-27 school year. School officials say the new course is offered in collaboration with the Delaware Fire School. This is giving students access to industry-aligned curriculum and hands-on training to meet national certification standards. They added that the program is expected to provide students with skills and training that's necessary to pursue certification in careers in EMS after graduation.
And we're just getting started in this hour of CoastTV News today.
Coming up, search for Guthrie continues. There's a new reward being offered by the family.
Also, a new crossover coming. An update on a project in Milton set for an area that has seen multiple crashes.
Still ahead, park fee season soon. When it'll cost you to enter Delaware State Parks. And First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono's in the Weather Center. You see him right there. He's tracking some rain this morning, and we check in with Chris next.
Good Wednesday morning, Delmarva, halfway to that weekend as we take a live look into Salisbury. We hit our lows for the morning just after midnight. You note temperature 36, so temperatures have been slowly on the rise after midnight. We're seeing some very light moisture. Most of this is not even reaching the ground across Annapolis to Crisfield, and their steadiest moisture is across Kent and northern Kent, Newcastle County, pushing through Philadelphia, but expect some rain and snow showers at least through the next few hours. Very spotty in nature, not going to amount to much. You can see temperatures are above freezing throughout much of Delmarva. We're at 35 in Georgetown, 37 in Ocean City. Once we get past the little showers this morning, we're going to see partly sunny skies into the afternoon, and we're going to make a run of 50 degrees. So expect some melting, some big time melting, in fact, across the area this afternoon. We will talk about a brief rain chance tomorrow night and an even nicer weekend ahead coming up.
Looking forward to it, Chris. The Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control says the 2026 fee season kicks off on March 1st. And it's extra special this year as the park system celebrates its 75th anniversary. Daily entrance fees range from $5 to $20, and depending on residency and location, officials say an annual pass can pay for itself in about 10 visits. DenRec is also expanding payment options, including mobile pay at select parks, and surf fishing permits are now on sale, with some beaches requiring weekend reservations. Entrance fees remain in effect through November 30th.
And the Maryland Park Service launched a brand new reservation system, and officials say this is faster, more mobile friendly, and easier to use. There's features like text alerts and an easier checkout process.
Tracking a few showers this morning, otherwise it's a breezy day. We get close to the 50-degree mark this afternoon, and then tracking another light chance of rain tomorrow night. A little bit more in the way of cloud cover as we go into the day on Thursday, but a beautiful weekend awaits, and then there may be some more wintry weather down the road. We'll talk about that next.
Time is 5:18. A warm up to tell us about this morning.
Yeah, we have a few little pesky showers to get through this morning. Otherwise, we're going to make a run at near 50 degrees, especially across the eastern and mid shores. Look at the little snow we have pushing through Newcastle County, northern eastern portions of Maryland through Philly. Down here across Delmarva, we are above the freezing mark, so any showers that move through are going to be primarily rain. You can see they're very spotty in nature. This is a moisture-starved system that's pushing up into the northern Great Lakes and through the northeast, but you can see some more moisture back across western Pennsylvania as well as West Virginia that will be passing through here later on this morning. We're at 36 right now, so we're above the freezing mark pretty much everywhere. 37 Rehoboth, 36 in Bridgeville, we're at 37 in Laurel, and that's thanks to that southwest wind flow gusting to 26 in Georgetown, 24 Indian River Inlet. So we have a little bit of a wind chill out there this morning, feeling like 27 in Long Neck, 25 in Georgetown. Now we have small craft advisories up through this evening for that threat of winds anywhere in excess of 30 to 40 knots. Now there's that light moisture pushing through the area, some rain and snow mix, and then you see a few more showers push through the area just before lunchtime, very light in nature, but by the afternoon we're partly sunny, getting up to close to that 50-degree mark. So we stay pretty mild overnight. I think most areas, once again, stay above the freezing mark with a mostly cloudy sky and then more clouds than sun into our Thursday. So there's the southwest wind with gusts to 30 miles an hour through the morning. Winds should relax as we go into the evening. So there's your forecast for today. 46 Lewis, 48 in Milford. I think some areas like Salisbury, Princess Anne, Snow Hill could get near 50 degrees this afternoon. The system that we've been watching for Thursday night continuing to trend lighter and trending further to the south, but can't rule out a few showers, rain showers, as we go into Thursday evening and into early Friday morning. But most of Friday, I think, will be dry. A pleasant day as we get up to near 48 degrees. Now, by the weekend, look at that. We approach near 60. And if you're making your way out to the Delmarva Job Fair, wall-to-wall sunshine, a beautiful day, 58 degrees under those sunny skies. So a cold front's going to be coming through Sunday, bringing in some colder air, and that will, well, we're watching the chance for some snow as we go into Monday, and then some potential wintry mix to rain as we go into Tuesday. So we begin next week on an unsettled note. So enjoy Friday, enjoy Saturday, because we are tracking some more potential wintry weather as we go into early next week.
Thank you, Chris. On your screen now, we are showing you the crossover at Route 1 Hudson Road and Steamboat Landing Road in Milton. DelDOT is closing the crossover there. They have plans to build a new one that will have a new median and what's called an acceleration lane on southbound Route 1. It's important to note that this is an intersection where we have seen multiple crashes, including a deadly one last year. And this is the area here on your screen, just to give you a different view. This is the map view of where exactly the work is taking place on Route 1 in Hudson. DelDOT says work is expected to start March 3rd, and this should last about 3 weeks.
Super news now. Fans of the hit show Heated Rivalry will soon be able to stay at one of their filming locations, the infamous house where Shane and Ilya had their secret retreat during the final episode, will be available on Airbnb. Starting March 3rd, fans will be able to experience the Barkalon Cottage in Ontario, Canada. The rental comes out to about $181 American dollars per night. And Spirit Airlines, once at risk of shutting down, has reached a deal to stay in business. The budget carrier said it has reached an agreement with creditors to exit bankruptcy later this spring or early summer. Under the deal, Spirit remains independent but much smaller. The airline has sold planes, cut staff, and will fly nearly 40% fewer flights this summer. Up next, search for Guthrie continues. How new rewards sparked an increase in calls to the tip line. CoastTV News Today is back after this. New overnight, the family of Nancy Guthrie now offering a $1 million reward for her recovery. Today, co-anchor Savannah Guthrie announcing that the new reward is in an Instagram post. That new post generating over 750 calls to the FBI tip line in the first 12 hours. Nancy Guthrie was reported missing on February 1st after she did not show up for virtual church services at a friend's house.
Family still believes, and investigators concur with this, that there's still someone out there, maybe more than one someone, who actually knows
Authorities have not identified a suspect in the case, though the FBI has released doorbell camera images of an armed and masked man outside Guthrie's house on the morning she disappeared.
Hope you're doing well this Wednesday morning. Delmarva taking a live look into Ocean City. We're above the freezing mark, so that is certainly good news. 36 degrees. We are tracking a few light showers pushing through the area. Could mix with a little snow, but they're going to be primarily rain through the morning, at least through about noon, and then we're drying out through the afternoon, expecting partly sunny skies through the afternoon. We're going to get up into the upper 40s through Lewis and Rehoboth with winds out of the southwest. So a pretty nice afternoon after the cloudy, dreary start to the day with a few showers into Cambridge and Crisfield, and we get up to close to 50 in those locations. Congratulations, Tina, Deal Island, Maryland, on winning an umbrella from Coast TV. I'll have your 7-day coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you, Chris. And after the break, Army Reserve updates the progress in an effort to repurpose this building.
Also, BB begins to reopen. We have the updated schedule and how the organization is dealing with a power outage while trying to accommodate patients.
Plus, power outages persist. How many people are still in the dark? Coast TV News Today continues after the break.
Now on Coast TV News.
Online outlook. The continuing challenges as utility crews work to restore power.
Cleanup continues. How much more of it remains in the aftermath of one of the biggest snowstorms in over 15 years?
Tracking some light rain and snow showers this morning as temperatures can be rising above the freezing mark, and by this afternoon we're making a run at 50 degrees, tracking a beautiful weekend ahead.
And healthcare returned to norm after days of postponed services, what we are now hearing from some of the systems in our area.
This is Coast TV News Today.
February 25th, 2026. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for joining us today.
5:30 a.m. and I would think we would see more melting today if we're getting temperatures near the 50-degree mark.
Well, I know that's making you excited, just these warmer temperatures. Matt came in with his cowboy hat today. That's how I know it's going to be a good day.
It's good vibes, good vibes apparel.
I wish that the sidewalks would melt quickly so we can go outside, take a nice walk.
I am proud of the shoveling work I did on Monday. Mine are a good width there.
You should be. It takes a
I can't take full credit. I had two sons helping as well, so it wasn't a one-man job.
There you go. The snow was so heavy. That's what you needed to make it a team family effort. Well, our team effort was largely contributed to by First Alert Meteorologist Chris Mastrobono. Chris, are you getting a little more downtime now that the storm has cleared out?
I'm trying, taking some, I fell asleep yesterday afternoon. I don't normally sleep in the afternoon, so that's how I know I was pretty tired. As we take a live look into Salisbury this morning, 36, so temperatures have been slowly on the rise just after midnight, and we're dealing with some moisture across the area right now. The snow is primarily in Newcastle County along the I-95 corridor. As you make your way down towards Annapolis, you're still seeing some light flurry activity. A lot of this is not reaching the ground here across the mid-shore, but this moisture across western portions of Pennsylvania and West Virginia, that's going to be pushing through here later on this morning. Note the temperatures, 36 Millsboro, we're at 37 in Milford, 38 Indian River Inlet, dealing with a little bit of a wind chill out there, feeling like 25 in Georgetown, 28 in Lewis with that southwest wind. So we'll have a few rain and snow showers through at least midday, and then we dry things out into the afternoon, getting up into the upper 40s to near that 50-degree mark. We will talk about a little light rain tomorrow night, a beautiful weekend, and then maybe some more snow down the road.
Thank you, Chris. And it's another day of digging out and recovering from Sunday and Monday's massive snowstorm. And as Chris just mentioned, we could experience a wintry mix this morning.
Yeah, and we have our Elisa Weber live in the First Alert Weather Jeep. She's getting a first-hand look at the current conditions. That includes many people without power and hoping to return to a sense of normalcy. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. As Chris mentioned, we are maybe going to get a wintry mix this morning. Right now, we are driving into Rehoboth Beach. It is clear outside, which is a great sign. I mean, we're hoping not to get any more snow. There's a lot of snow piled up here in Rehoboth Beach. As you can see, the main entry into Rehoboth Avenue, it is clear. Obviously, you can see all of that snow piled up. But in a moment, we're going to take you through the neighborhoods in Rehoboth Beach. These are the areas that have been impacted the most by this storm. According to Delmarva power. There are over 51 outages and 554 customers affected. This storm has affected people all across Delaware, especially on the coast. And right now in this neighborhood that we are in, the streets are okay. It's all the snow piled up on the sides. We're still seeing a lot of cars that are buried in snow, people trying to dig out of their driveways. I know a lot of people got plowed into their driveways, so that's what they're working on. Again, this snow is really heavy, so be careful if you are shoveling. Of course, any underlying health conditions, please do not shovel that snow. We'll have more updates for you later on. Back to you.
Thank you, Elisa. Coming out of Rehoboth and new this morning, Milford is helping in snow recovery. City officials saying that a special trash pickup will take place now through March for debris, and that does not fit inside the standard yard waste container with a lid closed. People can call to schedule a pickup, and officials say that those branches must be cut into 4 feet long portions, 3 inches in diameter, and stacked by the curb, not blocking any sidewalks.
Okay, we're going to go with an update on some of the power outages in Sussex County. As you can see, we're showing that on your screen right now. We're getting the information from the Delaware Co-op and also from Delmarva Power. So in Worcester County, we also have a number of outages there. But the big chunk of what we're seeing is in Rehoboth Beach, where we just saw Lisa. That has the most, at least according to the numbers that we are getting from Delmarva Power.
Here's a breakdown of some of the information that we obtained from Delmarva Power about the storm-related outages. According to the utility, over 84,000 customers had service interruptions. They had out-of-state contractor assistance from Kentucky and Tennessee. Some customers in the most heavily damaged areas could require work into Thursday. For its part, Delaware Cooperative says that this is the worst tree damage that they have seen since 1994.
Here is another good sign that we're getting that storm in the rear view. BB Healthcare says today all locations will operate normally, except the ones in Millsboro and Georgetown, the health centers there. That's due to power outages. So instead, they have a temporary mobile clinic in Millsboro. It's open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and this is for minor non-emergency and same-day care.
This just in from the Mid-Atlantic to New England, 1 to 3 feet of snow burying communities during this week's blizzard. The worst of the storm was over by Monday evening.
But as Reed Binion shows us, hard-hit areas are still dealing with the aftermath and will be doing so for days to come.
We've got to be able to get snow cleared as quickly as possible so that we can get power restored.
Officials in the Northeast working feverishly to restore electricity in the aftermath of this week's historic bomb cyclone blizzard. Thousands in the region were still without power Tuesday, shivering amid freezing temperatures. The majority of those outages in Massachusetts, with a utility company official saying it could take days to get the lights back on for some.
It's a serious situation there, and that's why we don't need people on the road.
The Mid-Atlantic and New England digging out from extreme record-breaking snowfall, more than 2 feet in some states.
We're now turning from immediate response to recovery.
The massive storm snarled travel, making roads icy and treacherous, and affecting other modes of travel as well, including rail service. And there was a major impact on air travel, with more than 10,000 U.S. flights canceled from Sunday to Tuesday.
When were you supposed to go?
Sunday. Flights were canceled several times, actually. I was rebooked twice and ultimately canceled.
Tuesday alone saw more than 2,000 flight cancellations. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
New this morning, we could get more information on the future plans for the Army Reserve Center on Savannah Road in Lewis. It's a building that's sat vacant for years, with an ongoing effort for the building to become a new municipal campus for the city, the police, and the Board of Public Works. The city has completed phase 1 of environmental study, and now they want to go after grant money for phase 2. This is to ensure that the building is safe and clean before entering the design phase. It's part of a work session and special meeting today involving Mayor Amy Marasco and the City Council.
Happening today, culinary students in Milford are putting their skills to the test with a Delaware twist on a regional favorite. Students at the Food Bank of Delaware's Culinary School are tackling a live, hands-on midterm exam. The Food Bank says students will be tasked with creating original dishes featuring Scrapple as the star ingredient. The challenge is being held in conjunction with Rappa Scrabble's 100th anniversary. February 2026 has been proclaimed Rappa Scrabble's Centennial Month by Governor Matt Meyer. Good luck to those test takers today.
Yes, indeed. All right, new this morning, Governor Meyer is also calling on communities across Delaware to mark 302 Day with a coordinated day of service. This year's event is being organized alongside Delaware 250. That's commemorating the state's 250th anniversary. According to Meyer, DelDOT will host a statewide litter cleanup in honor of its Adopt a Highway program. Delaware libraries are encouraging people to sign up for a free library card, and the Delaware Department of Correction is organizing a re-entry support service project.
We're now taking a live look at the Capitol on this Wednesday morning, where just a few hours ago, the president gave his State of the Union. President Trump using the speech to declare America's back. President Trump delivering a marathon State of the Union address on Tuesday night, defending his record and laying out his agenda for the year ahead. Speaking for approximately 1 hour and 48 minutes, it was the longest State of the Union on record. President Trump called his first year back in office a turnaround for the ages. He pointed to immigration enforcement, economic gains, and expanded tariffs as proof of progress.
We now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
At several moments, particularly during sections on immigration and government fraud, some Democratic leaders shouted objections.
And we have a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, fresh food for Dorchester County, how more options are coming to Hurlock.
And uncertain future for A.J. Brown. We look at the wide receiver's potential breakup with the Birds. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute the Delmar Police Department. Serving a community that spans 2 states, the officers of the Delmar Police Department carry a distinction few departments can claim. Every member is fully certified in both Delaware and Maryland. Their integrity, dedication, and commitment to seamless protection, regardless of state lines, speak volumes about their character. We thank these men and women from the bottom of our hearts. Your service makes your community safer, stronger, and proud.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Your Wednesday morning is off to a fantastic start. Delmarva tracking some light snow across Newcastle County, pushing through Philly and South Jersey. Some mixed precipitation, very light in nature. Most of this is not reaching the surface, pushing in through the Bay Area. We're at 36 right now in Ocean City, so we're well above the freezing mark throughout much of Delmarva. 38 in Cambridge, 37 now in Georgetown, and temperatures are going to continue to be on the rise once we get past this precipitation, at least through midday. We're looking at partly sunny skies through the afternoon, topping at around 48 through Lewis and Dewey, near 50 in Chincoteague this afternoon. You get your latest forecast by dialing our First Alert Weather phone. Well, I have good news to share. We are pushing near 60 degrees over the weekend. I'll have that for you here in a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. New this morning, the Cambridge Department of Public Services alerting the public to a sanitary sewer overflow. Officials say the overflow began February 17th and ended around 8:30 p.m. Friday, February 20th after a ruptured pipe, which has since been repaired. An estimated 30,000 gallons of untreated sanitary waste mixed with stormwater and flowed into the Choptank River. Direct contact activities should be avoided in the Choptank River from east of Woods Road to the city's eastern boundary. Officials say there is no impact to the public drinking water supply.
The town of Hurlock in Dorchester County is getting more fresh food options this summer. Here's what we're talking about. Dollar General announced it's remodeling its Hurlock location into its market format. Goal here is to bring more grocery options for the area. Dollar General says the market expansion will add more fresh meats, fruits, and vegetables. No exact dates were announced, but Dollar General says the expansion will happen this summer.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
In the NFL, the offseason's in full swing, which means the rumor mill is alive and well. For Eagles fans, this includes the continuation of the A.J. Brown saga, which wrote itself a new chapter at the NFL Scouting Combine yesterday. Nick Sirianni having to face the music once more, and when he was asked, will A.J. Brown be on your team in 2026, he said, I think we're still in a spot, like I can't guarantee how anything is going to play out going into next season. I think I'm going to be the coach next season, but you can't guarantee anything past tomorrow. Thanks, Coach. You're pretty well media trained. But how did he hold up when ESPN's Kimberly A. Martin asked him if he wanted him on the team?
He has meant so much to our football team these past 4 years, and like I said, I've always said I've never hated my relationship with him and the relationship that I have with him, and it's been awesome. We want to keep good players around. Like, it's not at a point. That's what they always want to keep good players around, and so always excited to have him on the football team and look forward to continuing that relationship. I know I want to continue that relationship.
But the question is, do the Eagles locker room really want to continue that relationship? Brown jabbing with quarterback Jalen Hurts plenty over the years. That'll do it for sports. Have a good one, Delmarva.
And coming up tonight on DSN at 8, you can relive the Shorebirds' battle last summer against the Crawdads, and then you can catch the final score at 10:30.
Music and streaming news now. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Underlying all of my work is the political message that you are an agent of history, that you are an agent of history.
Tom Morello is switching gears. The musician and activist has canceled his spring solo concerts to join Bruce Springsteen's Land of Hope and Dreams American tour. Springsteen made a guest appearance at Morello's Defend Minnesota concert last month in Minneapolis. Morello says he's joining Springsteen's tour in the spirit of freedom, justice, and rock and roll.
Time is running out, and they're going to destroy any hope of a tomorrow up here.
Change happens when a few determined individuals make it happen.
We need to take matters into our own hands.
Mars is ours!
Mars is ours!
Settlers on the red planet chafe at Earth trying to control them from 140 million miles away in Season 5 of For All Mankind. The official trailer shows a new generation and some familiar faces in the alternate timeline space race series, which returns March 27th on Apple TV. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
If you're looking for a job, be sure to join us this weekend for the Delmarva Job Fair. You can meet with dozens of employers from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is Saturday at the William C. Jason Technology Center at Delaware Tech in Georgetown. Make sure to bring your resume. Admission is free.
If you're having a rough week, cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from CoastTV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up now for free at coasttv.com/sign up to get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
And it's going to be a little damp start to our Wednesday here on Delmarva. We have a few light showers that we're going to be dealing with at least through the morning, but we're going to rebound pretty nicely through the afternoon, making a run of 50, which means, yes, more melting. I know that many are tired of the snow. We'll talk about, some potential more snow in that 7-day forecast when Coast TV News continues.
And the time's now 5:50 a.m. as we're getting a live look outside. And Chris, you are getting a lot of people excited talking about these 50-degree temperatures today.
Yeah, I know many people are tired of the snow, and we have big piles of it across the area, but many areas still digging out. Now, we're dealing with a little light snow, primarily across Newcastle County, up through Philadelphia and South Jersey. This is passing and pushing to the east. We have very light moisture across the other side of the bay, and this is going to be slowly pushing over, so maybe see a flake or two here this morning, and then we have this batch of moisture that we're tracking later on this morning that will bring us a few rain showers, but not going to mount a whole lot here on Delmarva this morning. We're at 36 right now in Ocean City, so temperatures are above the freezing mark, so that is a good sign. 36 in Bridgeville, 38 Laurel. We're at 35 in Ocean Pines, and that's all thanks to that southwest wind flow. We'll see a few gusts here through the morning, upwards of 30 miles an hour. So that's we're seeing a little bit of a wind chill this morning, feeling like 25 in Georgetown, and we have those small craft advisories up for the Chesapeake Bay as well as the Atlantic, and those run through this evening. So there you see Futurecast showing that mixed precipitation, few maybe some sleet pellets, some little raindrops pushing through here over the next few hours, and then we'll see a little rain as we go into the latter part of the morning, at least through lunchtime. But really a nice afternoon, partly sunny skies. We get up to near 50 degrees, and then we're looking at mostly cloudy skies overnight as we once again stay above the freezing mark. So there's that southwest wind flow gusting to 30 miles an hour, at least through the early part of the afternoon, and then the winds will relax as we go into the overnight. So highs today, 46 in Lewis and Bethany Beach, 48 Georgetown. Wouldn't surprise me if some areas across the interior portion of the peninsula touch that 50-degree mark. Now, as we go into Thursday night, there's going to be another system that pushes to our south, and the models are trending a bit further to the south with this system, so expect a few showers into Thursday evening, but I think it's out of here. I'm going with mainly dry conditions as we go into Friday morning, and then looking pretty good by Friday afternoon. So temperatures are going to be rising to around 58 by Saturday, looking absolutely spectacular. Some areas will be around 60 degrees. If you're making your way out to the Delmarva Job Fair there in Georgetown, we're looking at a high of 58 under sunny skies. A cold front's going to be pushing through Sunday, bringing in more colder air. That's going to set the stage for a potential round of snow in through Monday, and then that system, another system, is going to be right on its heels, giving us a chance of a wintry mix to rain as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. As always, we're going to continue to fine-tune the forecast here over the next few days heading into the weekend, but overall, enjoy the weekend because sunshine is going to be around, and we're going to have temperatures pretty mild into Saturday.
Thank you, Chris. Matt Pensick. Time is now 5:53 a.m. and it's time to check in with our very happy coastal pet of the day.
That is a happy picture we have on our screen right now. That is Wesley. Wesley loves, was it Wesley or Ray? Yeah.
Weasley.
Weasley. You know,
is that a Harry Potter name?
I think it is. I should have known that. I'm not big on the Harry Potter thing, but yeah, I should have known that one.
Yeah, but you know what you do know is that this is a handsome dog.
It is a handsome dog who loves napping and chasing a ball at the beach, and Weasley was submitted to us by Rachel in Lewis.
What a happy guy. Well, hopefully he can get back to his beach time soon with the warmer temperatures coming in. We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. You can send us photos, tell us what makes them so special. If you take a look at your screen now.
Yeah, scan that QR code top center to get your friends to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Pittsburgh honored a 6-year-old Girl Scout whose cookie-selling campaign went viral.
Yeah, get this. Mayor Corey O'Connor met with Pim Neal and her family on Friday.
The mayor designated Friday as Pim Neal Day. As of Friday afternoon, Neal has officially sold more than 117,000 boxes of cookies thanks to a number of videos posted to social media.
Yeah, I think I would struggle to sell 117, not 117,000. She even sold 20,000 in one day, Grace.
Wow.
Neal now has her eye on the career record of boxes sold by one Girl Scout. That record is 180,000 boxes.
Tops off to her. She could be president one day.
You know what? She ought to swing by the Coast TV news studio here. I think we got a couple of takers for those boxes. Chris Mastrobono's back with us. Chris, cookies in the morning, not a bad combo.
No, it's not. I'm a thin mince guy.
I could have guessed that, Chris. You look like the type.
Thank you.
Chris, yeah, you look like that type.
I look like a thin mince guy. But we are going to see a few light showers, some rain and snow showers passing through the morning. But note the temperature. We're going to be above freezing, and we are currently above freezing throughout all of Delmarva. By the afternoon, partly sunny skies, and temperatures getting close to that 50-degree mark by the afternoon. Another chance of a few rain showers as we go into Thursday night. We do stay pretty dry through Friday. Look at Saturday. That is certainly the pick of this 10-day forecast, and then we are unfortunately tracking some potential snow Monday and then some wintry mix into Tuesday.
Up and down with that forecast in the upcoming days. Coming up in our next hour, removal after blizzard as we enter a third day following the big storm. How much cleanup work remains? That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.